every remake is remake. You can't go home again. For me, home was long hours in the library, or in the complex, or the temple, sharing the screen with Jonesy, Brian, and Tony B, abusing the golden gun, remote mining the body armor, or getting into a grand knife fight. And when we weren't doing that, we were meticulously practicing the single-player campaign, trying to shave those last couple seconds so as to unlock some new cheat code. And then we thought, I wonder if the movie's any good. And it was. So we watched it, and then we watched all the other Bond films. And then we played more GoldenEye. It was a great time to be alive. The thing about great times to be alive, though, is that somebody always wants to go back. But it's been a while. Last year saw the remake of GoldenEye for the Wii, which seemed rather odd given that A, Nintendo and Rare were no longer joined at the hip, B, Activision now had the rights to the James Bond franchise in video game form, and C, the Wii wasn't exactly the home for FPSs, nostalgic as this one may be. Yet GoldenEye would live on, but in a completely different form. This new version tells the story in modern time as opposed to the original, which aimed for the niche immediately after the breakup of the Soviet Union. Timeless as they may be, each James Bond film is essentially a period piece of spy drama at that moment in history. Be it the microchip boom of A View to a Kill, the space-age speculation of Moonraker, or the cryptographic caper from Russia with Love. GoldenEye, this version anyway, is out of its period by a good decade and a half. I mean, you're not even Pierce Brosnan. Since when do you get to go back into Bond movies and fiddle with the casting? I mean, if this is how we're doing it, you just put Sean Connery and the Man with the Golden Gun and bam! You have the best movie this side of Citizen Kane. I know, Derek already covered all of this in his dissertation on the Wii version. But this is, after all, GoldenEye 007:Reloaded, so what's so reloaded about it? Well, if you want to get into the technical details, everything. The entire engine has been rebuilt and fine-tuned so as to make use of all the processing power the PS3 and 360 have to offer. So here's your version in full HD. Further, a new set of MI6 ops missions have been added for more single-player entertainment, as well as comparing high scores on the leaderboards. Multiplayer supports up to 16 on a map, but only one local player at a time. And if you've got the 15 parts needed to make the PlayStation Move work, you can use that for aiming. Sorry, Kinect folks, you're stuck with just the controller. But I've seen Halo, you've made it work before.
Alec, we're clear.
I've mentioned before that GoldenEye, the original, was one of my favorite games growing up, and along with Perfect Dark was the last time I really felt at home with an FPS. I can't call the new GoldenEye a bastardization because it's not a bad game at all. It's just not my GoldenEye. And I suppose it's a reflection of my own misgivings with the series in this new Daniel Craig era. On the one hand, I feel like I'm playing through my own introduction into how first-person shooters work, tailored for exactly what I'll understand, James Bond. On the other hand, I know that the longer I spend with this, the more alien it'll feel. I mean, these aren't even timed mines. How can he give me the same 6 minutes I gave him?
For England?
For England, Alec.